you have an interesting framework for how you see content marketing. I think you have kind of 4 pillars. I actually noted them down in case you made them up and you don't remember. But one of them is find a role in people's lives. Like, do you want to just talk about that one? Because I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, sure. So this gets us into the how we do it, if you like. So at the British Library, we have four steps to this owning the domain. The first is working out what it is you want to be known for, and a certain level that can be quite obvious, love or snacking or whatever. But
Magna Carta seems more specific than owning love.
I think it is helpful if you're more focused on what you want to be known for, and you increase your chances of success. The second step, though, is finding a role in people's lives, and I think the person who talks about this most persuasively is a guy called Andy Whitlock, who now works for an agency called Made by Many, I think. And he talks about breaking this kind of campaign culture that most marketing people have grown up in. It's very difficult to get your head outside of this campaign culture where sometimes it seems the only thing anyone cares about, particularly the higher up an organization you go, is the 4 weeks leading up to launch and the 6 weeks weeks after launch. And actually, what I've tried to do at the British Library is get us out of that mindset. It really doesn't matter. The launch will be fine, and there'll be some great media support that goes with a new product or a new service, whatever it is that's happening. And you'll get your firework going off. You'll get a spike of interest. But what's much more important, and Andy says this really nicely, is what happens afterwards. If you have this this interest curve, which just goes up and then comes back down again to where it was before, you've really achieved nothing in that 6-8 week period. And what we really ought to be looking for is the 2 years after launch to really bed in that role in people's lives.
Yeah, and I think to have a credible and more, I guess the word I'm thinking about is a meaningful role in people's lives. It ties back to your first point of what you want to be known for. I think that's a good question that everyone should ask themselves. Like, what do we as a brand want to be known for, and what role can we actually play in people's lives?